The Bee Gees' Barry, Robin, and Maurice Gibb were more than just a band. They were a musical force that shaped the sound of pop and disco for decades. Born to English parents on the Isle of Man, the Gibb brothers grew up surrounded by music and creativity. Their father, Hugh Gibb, was a band leader, and their mother, Barbara, encouraged their musical ambitions. The family eventually moved to Manchester, England, where the young brothers began performing together. In the late 1950s, the Gibbs emigrated to Australia, seeking new opportunities. It was there that the Bee Gees truly began their professional career. They performed on local television shows, signed with Festival Records, and released several singles. Their breakthrough came in 1966 when their song Spicks and Specks became a hit in Australia. With their growing success, they decided to return to England to try their luck on the international stage. In 1967, the Bee Gees signed with Polydor Records and released their first international album, Bee Gees First. It featured hits such as New York Mining Disaster 1941, To Love Somebody, and Massachusetts. The brothers' beautiful harmonies and heartfelt lyrics quickly earned them comparisons to the Beatles. Through the late 1960s, they became known for their melodic pop ballads that touched on love, loneliness, and human emotion. By the early 1970s, however, the group faced challenges. The changing music scene, internal creative differences, and personal struggles caused a brief split. Yet, their comeback was remarkable. They found a new musical direction after teaming up with producer Arif Mardin, who encouraged them to experiment with soul and R&B influences. The result was a fresh sound, smooth, rhythmic, and driven by Barry's newly developed falsetto voice. This transformation set the stage for their disco-era dominance. When they began working with producer Robert Stigwood on the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack in 1977, everything changed. Songs like Stayin' Alive, Night Fever, and How Deep Is Your Love became global sensations. Their music defined the disco generation, energetic, stylish, and emotional. The soundtrack sold over 40 million copies, becoming one of the best-selling albums in history, and turned the Bee Gees into international superstars. The Bee Gees continued to evolve through the 1980 seconds and 1990 seconds. They wrote and produced hits for other artists, such as Barbra Streisand's Woman in Love and Dionne Warwick's Heartbreaker. They also released successful albums like Spirits Having Flown and Still Waters. Their songwriting ability was unmatched, emotional, honest, and timeless. Tragedy struck the family with the death of Maurice Gibb in 2003 and later Robin Gibb in 2012. These losses deeply affected Barry, the eldest brother, who has continued to perform solo, keeping their legacy alive. The Bee Gees' story is one of resilience, reinvention, and brotherhood. From their humble beginnings to their rise as disco kings, they overcame challenges and changed the course of popular music. Their songs, rich with emotion, harmony, and rhythm, continue to move audiences across generations. Even today, hits like How Deep Is Your Love, To Love Somebody, and Stayin' Alive are reminders of their genius, proof that the Bee Gees weren't just entertainers but storytellers who turned music into a universal language of love and life. Thank you, my viewer. Feel free to like and comment.